A second showdown between two top heavyweights, Ajagba and Frank Sanchez, who potentially can meet for a second time, has gone to purse bid. And the purse bid has been pushed back 1 week to August 12th to see if negotiations can shake out. Let's talk about these two fighters, their previous fight, and what it could mean if they face off again. The teams of both parties of Ajagba and Frank Sanchez will have an additional week to come to terms for the IBF Eliminator, which would put the winner in an opportunity to fight for the IBF crown, currently held by Alexander Usyk. The news is coming through Boxing Scene, and it says that IBF has postponed a previously scheduled purse bid hearing by 1 week to August 12th, and the hearing was originally due to take place on Tuesday of this week, but it's been pushed back per the request of both camps. Now, the pairing were first ordered in June in an effort to determine the next IBF mandatory challenger. The involved parties failed to reach an agreement in time, at which point the matter was sent to a purse bid hearing. Now, Frank Sanchez, who will enter a possible fight against Ajagba for the second time, has a record of 25-1 with 18 KOs. He is looking to get right back in to the thick of things, or if you want to call it, get back on the horse to contend for a world title against Ajagba, a man he has defeated already. When they met one another, it was a very good matchup. The fight took place in October of 2021. Ajagba, who is going to bring a record of 20 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw, along with 14 KOs, has been in a positive space over his last couple of fights, being victories with Guido Vianello and a majority decision draw against Martin Bakole in a fight which I thought that he won. When he faced Sanchez originally, he was dropped in the 7th round, and he didn't fare very well in that fight. He looked a little bit distracted, and maybe the position of Sanchez caught him off guard. But whatever it was, he didn't fare very well. Now, Sanchez, who's a Cuban fighter, he's an orthodox boxer, and he works behind the jab. But it was something about that fight that I don't know if he was intimidated by the moment. He just wasn't himself. When he was knocked down, he had a quizzical look on his face, looking up at Sanchez, and he fought very indecisively. He was a little bit apprehensive. Now, Sanchez, over his last several fights, he had a fight against Raymond Echeverria where he won a 3rd round TKO, and that was in February of this year. But prior to that, back in May of last year, 2024, against Ajagba, he was stopped in the 7th round himself. So, with victories over the likes of Junior Farr and Scott Alexander, Frank Sanchez, who hasn't been the busiest fighter, needs to get in there. And with someone familiar like Ajagba, maybe Ajagba feels that this second go round, after being in with a tough bruiser like Bakole, feels that he can handle Sanchez much easier. And as far as Sanchez is concerned, if he feels that he can box his way back to a situation where he puts himself in top contention, he does have a skill set that is comparable, even to the likes of someone like Alexander Usyk, though he doesn't have the fluidity of movement within his feet. Overall, this is a competitive fight, and it's great to see two top heavyweights looking to do it again against one another and not just simply wait around for a title shot, but try to grasp opportunity by the horns. But what do you think? This is Stormy B-Man. Shout out to the mighty LDBC and Liberated Perspective, a third eye view of the world. For more content such as this, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let me know what you think about these two, and if they happen to get it on again, what do you think will happen? Leave comments and let's discuss. Peace to everyone out there, and everyone please remain safe.